We're here pregame. Welcome to the semifinal round of the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association tournament. Tonight, the number 1 seed Hudson Hawks host the number 4 seed Minutemen of Bay Path. With me, hitting infield, does it all, Laura Bowen. You got me, Laura?
I gotcha.
Thanks. 12-5. Good season.
Yeah, we're having a good year. We have a very.
Oh, we lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We have a very tough schedule, so I'm really proud of these kids for. I think it's every time I hit.
Yeah. I mean, most your losses came against Division I teams, pretty much, and two of those losses came to the number 1 seed in Division I in the state right now in the Wachusett Mountaineers. Tell us a little bit. I mean, any surprises at third base this year? I know, last year Liv Connolly got thrown into the fire, but seems to have played a solid year this year for an underclassman.
Yeah, absolutely. I've coached Liv since she was like in 10 and under, and there was no doubt that I knew she would be able to do that role. She's a catcher, so they're obviously, their brains are wired a little different, so they're not really scared of anything.
Is my shot good?
Plus, she's played third before. But yeah, sometimes I forget how young. You got 2 8th graders and a freshman in the line.
Yeah, and the team this year is just
better.
They're a smart team. They seem to be well coached enough to be ahead of the play. They know where they're going with the ball when they get it, and so many times this year they've been able to take advantage of a team trying to get that extra base from someone, a deep first base at the edge of the outfield, getting the cutoff, and being able to pick someone off at third base. Just with catching a team early, and that kind of does that make you have a second guess yourself as the game goes on, whether or not you're going to try and test that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, so I talk about how we're young too, but I also have 5 seniors who, 4 of them have been with me for 4 years. Colby Lucina came back this year, but I have tremendous leadership on this team. I mean, my infield is the same other than Liv Conley from last year, which definitely helps. Plus Alyssa Davis being the leader out in the outfield really has taken those younger kids under her wings. So yeah, I'm young, but I also have tremendous leadership on this team, which has got us this far for sure. Right,
and you had Lauren O'Malley 100th hit last night against Northbridge as a junior. And you have a couple other of your seniors approaching 100 hits as well, which is a pretty good milestone for high school softball.
Yeah, absolutely. I got Lauren right here. As a junior, that's a pretty big deal, and I don't think she realizes it yet. She had 51 hits her sophomore year and led Midwalk A, which is, I think, one of the toughest leagues.
And she's right there again this year in the top 10. I have her going into tonight. I have her a shade under 450.
Yep.
Which is leading on the team. But you got 3 players 400 or better right now.
Yeah, my top 5 hitters are pretty dangerous for sure. So, I'm proud of them. But yeah, we got Lennox, not to jinx her, she's got 4 left. I think Livy Souza's got 8, 7.
Livy Souza at 91. I got Livy Souza at 91. Sam Collette 89.
Yeah, so if we make a run in the playoffs, they all have the ability to do it, which I think is pretty awesome.
And again, with O'Malley, just with the long ball last couple of nights, she's starting to really connect with the ball and see the ball well.
Yeah, she's had 2 3-run homers in the last 2 games, so she's feeling good. Hopefully, she takes that into today. She's a dangerous hitter for sure. So hopefully, we're coming off a game with 21 hits last night. So I just hope that we can keep that momentum going and put up some runs for our defense.
All right. So we're going to let you get back to your batting practice and take away the distraction. That was head coach Laura Bowen, coach of the number 1 seed Hudson Hawks in this Central Mass Athletic Directors Association tournament.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thanks for having us. With us, Livy Souza, one of the senior captains and starting second baseman for the Hawks. Hi, Liv.
Hi, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing? Are you ready for this or what? This is.
Are you kidding? I'm ready.
You're coming down to the wire here. What? Tell me what are some of your greatest takebacks from your time here at Hudson High softball?
Greatest takebacks? I mean, the team is the best part of it, I think. I think we have a great culture, and we all are so close, and that's what makes it so much fun. And yeah, I think it's the team. Everyone loves each other.
And so, you're getting down to the wire. You got the semifinal game tonight at Central Mass. Then you got either the consolation or the finals of this, and then it's right into the state tournament, where it's where you lose and you're all done.
Yeah.
Have you kind of wrapped your head around that whole concept?
Sorry, I'm a little distracted by these crazy people over there.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain over there.
I mean, yeah, I've thought about it a lot. I can't believe these 4 years flew by that fast. I just hope we keep going so that day doesn't have to come. So, yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Not
yet. It's not time yet.
It has to, right?
Yeah, it's not time yet.
And you're going beyond high school. You're going to college.
Yeah, I'm going to Southern New Hampshire University to play.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Are you going to have an opportunity? Have they told you that you're going to have an opportunity to jump right in and maybe start?
I mean, I hope, but going in as a freshman, I hope I can run, do anything for the team.
Right.
It'll be a change, obviously, because I've been at second base this whole time. But
they get mugged.
But yeah,
and
they're crazy. But yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And have a good game and put many bats on the ball tonight.
I hope to do so.
Once again, that was Livy Souza, starting second baseman, senior captain for the Hawks.
Big shout out up there, those two.
Thanks, Livy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to O'Donnell Field, the house that Russ Davis built. It's the semifinal round of the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association tournament. This is the Class B tournament. The number 1 seed, Hudson Hawks, are hosting number 4 seed, Bay Path Minutemen. Leading off for the Minutemen is Kaylee Sheehan, and she goes right back through the middle. First pitch, and Bay Path with a runner on base. Next up, shortstop, wearing number 13, Gabby Lappin. Foul tip. Strike one to Lappin. Squares to bunt. Ball gets away from O'Malley, and Sheehan going on the pitch makes it to second base. Defensively for the Hawks at third is Livy Conley, number 34. Number 9, Audrey Lennox is at short. Number 2, Livy Souza is at second. And number 12, Sam Collette is at first. Behind the plate, number 15, Lauren O'Malley. Swing and a miss by Lappin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And in the outfield for the Hawks, Vita Lagatola is in left field. She wears number 22. Number 7, Alyssa Davis is in center field. And number 23, Sydney Roush is in right. Inside pitch. Brushes Lappin back. Foul ball. On the ground, gets away, and it's out of play. Falling off the glove of Conley. Denise is going to end up at second, and they're going to hold Sheehan up at third. The designated player, number 7, Miranda Lind. One out. We're in the top half of the first. And popped up. Out of play. Right next to Cam and Jared down there. Cam says like Jared Colbert. Keeping this thing all glued together tonight. Oh, and 2 to Lind. One and 2. On the ground, just to the left of the third base bag, foul. Two and 2. O'Malley framed that pitch a bit. Trying to change the home plate umpire's mind, but nothing doing. Pitch is high. Count is full. And it's pop up high, and O'Malley tracks it down. Looking right to the rear to the tough sun up behind the backstop. Able to spot it early. And the pitcher, Sam Buchanan, steps in. 2 outs in the first. Runners at second and third. First pitch from Attaway in the dirt. Popped up again over near the Hudson bench, off the roof of the Hudson bench. Evens the count at 1. Two and 1. And on the ground to Lennox. Doesn't connect with Collette, and the ball goes out of play. 2 runs are going to score. Buchanan will end up at second. Brings up the third baseman, Katie Magnuson. 2 runs in the Bay Path first. And called strike one. It's the error. And that one's lifted to right. And Roush there to make the catch for the third out.
Give it a Lennox.
2 runs in for Bay Path in that top half of the first inning. It's Bay Path 2, Hudson nothing. Hudson due up. Defensively for Bay Path, Sam Buchanan on the mound. At third, Katie Magnuson. Gabby Lappin's at short. Rachel Gormley is at second base. And Elia Gagne is at first. Behind the plate, Izzy McClam. In left field, Gabby Zapati. Lee Denise is in center. And Callie Sheehan is in right. Be Davis, Souza, and O'Malley due up in the Hudson half of the first. They trail by 2. Bay Path got 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error defensively for the Hawks. And we're set to go. Coach Bowen take her spot and in the third base coach's box. And as usual, in the first base coach's box, Ray Gerard. Maddie Hoffey and Jordan Yates. Assistants as well on the Hudson bench. First pitch to Davis is up and away. Ball 1. Ball 2. Call strike to the senior center fielder. And on the ground at third base, Magnuson over to Gagne for out number 1. Second baseman Livy Souza steps in. Called strike 1. Looks a little bit high, isn't it, Lenny? Lenny Bowen joining me tonight. Moral support. Hard down the third base line, off the bag. It's going to be a fair ball. She's going to turn it around first and goes into second, head first. Heads up play by first base coach Ray Gerard sending her. He looked into the outfield and saw them just kind of nonchalantly fielding that ball. And with Sousa's speed, sent her to second. Hawks with a runner in scoring position for Lauren O'Malley. Called strike. O'Malley's homered, I think, 3 of her last 4 games she's played in. She's had the hot bat for the long ball. Pops that one up out of play, third base side. Quickly down 0-2 in the count. Pitches up high, 1-2. Popped up again in the infield this time. Lappin calls them all off to make the catch for out number 2. Brings up the shortstop, Audrey Lennox. 2 outs in the Hudson half of the first. Ball 1. Called strike. 1-1. Right back through the middle. Fielded in center by Denise. And Lennox will go to second on the throw. They tried to get Souza at the plate. So Lennox with the RBI double. Brings up Sam Collette. Squares to bunt, fouls it back into the bleachers. That one's lifted high and far, and it's gone! Collette, 2-run shot. One swing of the bat, the Hawks take the lead, 3-2. Her third home run of the year. Couldn't have come at a better time here early in the game. And the Hawks take the lead, 3-2. And third baseman Liv Connolly steps in. First pitch is low from Buchanan. Ball 1. Ball 2. And lifted into center field. And the catch is made by Lee Denise. That one's lifted high and far. 3 runs on 3 hits have the Hawks Collette back on top, 2-run shot over the Bay Path Minutemen. Bay Path 10-7. One swing of the bat. The Hawks, one more game to go. Sit at 12-5. They won 5 out of their last 6. And Bay Path kind of going the other way. They've lost 4 of their last 6 contests. Leading off for Bay Path, the second baseman, number 4, Rachel Gormley. Popped up, called off by Collette. Out number 1. Non-starters for Bay Path tonight. Number 12 is Allie Clark. Number 18 is Savannah Steiner. And number 19 is Olivia Burgos. Rick Carraro is the head coach. Your assistant coaches, Kerry Olson and Sue Lynch. And the catcher, Izzy McClam. Swing and a miss. Up and away from Attaway. Evens the count at 1. McClam peels back from that one. 2 balls and a strike. And lifted just past the outstretched arm of Lennox. And it's a single to left for McClam. And Bay Path with a 1-out base runner. Aaliyah Gagne, the first baseman. Down the line, under the glove of Connolly. And everybody moves one space. Back-to-back singles for Bay Path. They've got runners at first and second. Souza backhands it to Lennox. And gets the force on Gagne.
ESPN highlight.
The 2 outs now for Bay Path. Runners at the corners. And ball behind O'Malley. And it's a foul ball. So the runner's going to score. McClam came in from third. Looks like they determined that was not a foul ball. That one's a foul, out of play. Low and away. And Lappin pops one up off the roof of the Hudson bench. One and two. Pitches upstairs from Attaway. Evens the count, 2-2. Got a replay of the pitch. Trying to see if that one was a foul. From our center field cam. And down on strikes goes Gabby Lappin. Second time victimized tonight by Taylor Attaway. Bay Path puts one more on the board. One run in on 2 hits. And we're tied again at 3. Lenny says it was an ugly pitch, it was an ugly swing.
Ugly attempt to catch it. Oh well, we got a hit.
It's going to be Attaway, Lucina, and Sydney Roush due up in the Hudson half of the second. Attaway steps in, called strike one from Buchanan. And slices one foul down the right field line. Attaway quickly down 0-2. Stays alive, makes contact. And down swinging goes Taylor Attaway. First strikeout of the night for Buchanan. Brings up the designated player, Colby Lucina. And just off the tip of the glove of Lappin at short. And Lucina, first pitch swinging, is at first base. And number 23, right fielder Sydney Roush, her first at-bat of the night. Up and away, ball one. Squares to bunt. Pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Called strike. Right, it looked like right on the outside part of the plate. Looked a little low, but up and away. 3-1. Lifted into right, and right to Gabby Zopati. Lines out to left for out number 2. Brings up the center fielder, Alyssa Davis. Grounded to third. Her first appearance, takes called, strike 1. Up and away. 1-1. Called strike 1 and 2. Pitch from Buchanan looked like it had a little more velocity on it. And foul back out of play. And on the ground between first and second. And Lucina is going to hold up at second base. 2-out single for Davis. Livy Souza steps in. Peels back for ball 1. Foul down the third base side. And Souza lines one in the left. Knocked down by Zopati. Two-out single. Davis moves to second. And Lucina will go to third. Coach Carraro takes a visit to the mound. Hawks have the bases loaded in the bottom half of the second for Lauren O'Malley.
A lot of speed here if we can find it down.
Popped up to short in her first plate appearance. Takes ball 1. On the ground, back through the middle. Lucina is going to score. Davis will cross the plate as well. Souza moves to second, and O'Malley on an RBI single, 2 RBIs. Hawks back on top. Audrey Lennox to the plate.
Goodbye.
And she lifts that one down the left field line, just foul. And lifts that one again into left. And Zopati there to make the catch for out number 3. Hawks leave 2 on, but they score 2. We're through 2 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 5 and the Bay Path Minutemen 3. Both teams able to put up runs each time they've had the opportunity to come to the plate. Three, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Bay Path. Winner of this contest will play AMSA of Marlboro as they were victorious over Nipmuc last night. AMSA the number 2 seed. Nipmuc the 3 seed.
Didn't even know that.
Hawks on a string here. They put up 4 games in the last 6 days or something. Trying to finish out the season, get the rainouts out of the way. One more game remains at Marlboro on Memorial Day. 1 o'clock first pitch for that one, I believe. Last time for the 5 seniors on this Hudson squad to play the Panthers. Not like it used to be though, Lenny. They were all friends. Way back when you just knew who they were. They weren't trying to get you to date their sister.
He played with an attitude back then. Well, this is going to be like that if we can get there.
Leading off for Bay Path, the center fielder Lee Denise. Singled in her first plate appearance. And lifts that one deep to left. Off the top of the fence, stays in the field of play. And a leadoff double for Lee Denise. Well struck ball. Went off the top rail of the fence. It stayed in play. Came into tonight hitting .309. 2 for 2 in this one. And through the hole at short. Denise moves to third, and Miranda Lind stays at first. And Coach Bowen on her way to the mound.
Taylor's not fooling anybody.
Bay Path runners at the corners. No outs in the third. Sam Buchanan to the plate. Fouls back the first pitch. Buchanan reaching a throwing error from short in the first, and that's where she remains, just stranded at second base when the inning ended. Lifted to left, and Vida Lagatola makes the catch.
That was exciting.
Throwing over the head of the cutoff, but the runners remain at first and third. Brings up Katie Magnuson. Squares to bunt. Goes after the low pitch. And Miranda Lind heads to second base. Bay Path will have now runners at second and third. And one strike to Magnuson. Magnuson swinging away, pops it up in the infield, and Souza calls them all off for out number 2. And the second baseman, Rachel Gormley, steps in with 2 outs. Pitch is low from Attaway, ball 1. Up in the strike zone from Attaway, 2 balls, no strikes. And foul back out of play. 2-1. Foul back. Count is even. In the dirt. Count is full. Payoff pitch from Attaway. And it's high. Gormley draws a 2-out walk. First walk given up by Attaway today. Brings up the catcher, Izzy McClam. Into the bat, sliced foul just beyond first base. Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. Hawks would like to get out of this one. Bases are loaded for Bay Path. And one bouncer to Davis. 2 runs are going to come in. Gormley will go to second. Lynn scores on the play, and Lee Denise scores on the play.
0-2 pitch. That was a mistake by Attaway.
Into run for Izzy McClam, number 12, Allie Clark. Clark is at first, running for McClam, and brings up Leah Gagne. Lifted high to second, and Souza has a sandwich underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. Two-run score for Bay Path through 2.5. We are tied at 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm up in the. Is that the same courtesy run-up as he used the first time?
I think so. Collette, Conley, and Attaway due up in the Hudson half of the 3rd.
I'm up here with people, nowhere near it.
Sam Collette leads off for the Hawks. Up and outside, ball 1. Called strike. 1-1. Both teams 5 runs on 7 hits. Inside ball 2. And lined foul down the third base side. Two and two the count. And lifted to center. And tracked down by Lee Denise. Brings up the third baseman, Liv Conley. Flew to center in her first plate appearance. High into the air. Callie Sheehan there to make the catch. Route number 2. And Taylor Attaway steps in with 2 outs. Went down swinging in the home half of the second. Ball 1. On the ground between third and short. 2-out single for Attaway. And Jillian Davis in as the courtesy runner for Taylor Attaway. And Colby Lucina steps in. Ball 1. Line drive to left. 2-out single for Lucina is going to move Jillian Davis over to second. Brings up the right fielder, Sydney Roush. Takes a called strike, ball gets away from McClam. And runners stay put. Up and away, 1-1. And on the ground, just to the left of third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside. 2-2. And on the ground to third, Magnuson. Step to the right and forces Jillian Davis out at third. We're through 3 here at O'Donnell. It's the Bay Path Minutemen 5 and the Hudson Hawks 5. One, 2, and 3 hitters due up in the Bay Path 4th. Winner of this one will play AMSA. Was victorious over Nipmuc last night. That game will be played at Worcester State on Thursday. I think 6 o'clock first pitch. Check your local listings for times. We know the locations. And off the end of the bat. Seeing eyes single into right field. And Callie Sheehan on with a leadoff single. Shortstop Gabby Lappin. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Ball one. Lappin 2 strikeouts on the night, the only 2 registered by Attaway thus far. She squares to bunt, fouls it back. Up and away, 2-1. That was lifted into center field. Davis underneath it makes the catch. Sheehan will stay at first base. Brings up the center fielder, Lee Denny's. Squares to bunt. Strike one. Coach Carraro with a quick timeout. On the ground, Lennox gets one to Souza, not in time at first base. So Denise on first with the fielder's choice. And a little comeback at Attaway. Gets it over to Collette and ends the inning. So right after Bay Path shuts down the Hawks return the favor. We're through 3.5 here at O'Donnell Field. Tied at 5. 1, 2, 3 hitters due up for the Hawks. Hawks 5 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. And the same for the Minutemen. 5 runs on 8 hits. No errors. This will be the 3rd time through the order for Hudson. And Alyssa Davis leads off for the Hawks in the home half of the 4th. One for 2 so far today for Alyssa. Pitches up and away. Ball 1. On the ground, Lappin at short. Beats out the throw. Speedy Davis beats the throw from Lappin to Gagne. Brings up Livy Souza. 2 for 2 at the plate. Squares to bunt. And bounced in the box. Like Coach Carraro wants a ruling. I don't think she was out of the box. That could be the only argument he's got, I think. And fouled on the attempted bunt. No balls, 2 strikes. Up out of the strike zone, 1 and 2. Lays off that one, 2 and 2. And she squares, struck bunts with 2 strikes. Magnuson over to Gagne.
Way to get it done, way to get it done.
1-3 on the fielder's choice. And Davis moves to second. So the Hawks move a runner into scoring position. Sacrifice bunt by Souza. Brings up O'Malley. Leans back off the inside pitch. And lifts that one a little bit underneath it. Off the glove of Zopati. And Davis unable to advance from second to third. Looked like a routine play.
Davis couldn't do anything.
Davis kind of remained. She thought it was going to be a catch, so she stayed close to second base. Now the Hawks have runners at first and second for Audrey Lennox. And back through the hole. Davis is going to round third, and she's going to hold up. O'Malley will move to second. And Lennox on with a single. Now the Hawks with the bases loaded. 1 out in the Hudson half of the fourth. We're tied at 5. And Coach Bowen probably just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. With the bases loaded here with 1 out, the Hawks could do some damage here at the middle of the order. Sam Collette and Liv Conley are due up. You're 1 out in the fourth. Collette homered in the first and flew out to center in the third. Takes ball 1. And lifted again. That one's gone. Forget it. Second home run of the night for Sam Collette. This time the grand slam for Sam Collette. No question about that one, Lenny. That one was well struck. Second homer of the night for Sam Collette. And the Hawks cash in with 4 on that one.
Mother just retrieved the ball. They ain't getting that one back.
Hawks now with the 4-run lead. Third baseman Liv Conley steps in. Takes a call strike. 1-1. Audrey Lennox's mom retrieved the ball for Sam Collette's mom. Fat chance of getting that one back. She probably gave her the ball and said, "Now you don't give this thing back." 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the bases are empty for Liv Conley here with 1 out. Little bouncer foul down the third baseline. That one lifted foul out of play. And Conley lifts 1-2 left, and Zopati is going to make the catch. And Taylor Attaway steps in with 2 outs. Fouled just to the left of third. And lifted high to center. And Denise there to make the catch for out number 3. So the Hawks go down in the home half of the 5th, but not before scoring 4 more runs on the grand slam by Sam Collette. That was a bomb.
Yep. That's the definition of a bomb. And no doubter.
Here's a replay of that home run. That got out of here in a hurry. And it was still climbing when it reached the perimeter of the fence as well. No doubt about that one.
A lot of game left. These guys can hit.
Each team with one error. Bay Path with 5 runs on 8 hits. Pitcher Sam Buchanan leads off for Bay Path. It'll be Buchanan, Magnuson, and Rachel Gormley. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Bay Path lineup. Top of the 5th here at O'Donnell. Called strike from Attaway. A bouncer foul, third base side. Two strikeouts, 1 walk given up by Attaway tonight. Bounces that one into O'Malley. 1-2. And down swinging goes Buchanan to lead off. Third strikeout of the night for O'Malley, for Attaway. Turned out to be a spectacular night here at O'Donnell after a kind of a summery day. And Roush makes the catch. Base umpire
Hey, it's winter talk.
let everybody know that that was an out. Close play by Roush coming in on the ball from right field. Able to show the ball at the end of the play, I think was what won her that out. And Gormley steps in. 2 outs in the 5th. And off the end of the bat, Colette's going to take that one unassisted for out number 3. So Bay Path goes down in order in the top half of the 5th. We're through 4.5 here at O'Donnell. It's the Hawks 9 and the Minutemen 5.
Probably the best defensive player we got. That's confidence. That's a good job. It's better every day.
The final tune-up games for the Hawks. Win tonight, they'll be in the championship round of the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association tournament. The championship round will be held at Worcester State. And they'll finish up their season at Marlboro on Memorial Day. And then it's on to the state tournament. The Hawks are ranked number 4 at this time. They've gone from the last week, they've gone from number 3 to number 5 back to number 4. I think they may be seeding this weekend. And Colby Lucina leads off in the home half of the 5th. Colby 2 for 2 on the night, singled in the 2nd, singled again in the 3rd. Grounder fielded by Magnuson, and Gagne gets her footing and able to scoop on the ball, out number 1. And hard grounder to short, backhanded by Lappin. Throw is high to Gagne at first, and Sidney Roush will take second on the throwing error. Second error of the night for Bay Path. Good initial play by Lappin to backhand that ball. Throw too high for Gagne. Check swing foul by Alyssa Davis. Alyssa 2 for 3 on the season, on the night. High pop up and fielded by Buchanan. And Roush, stuck in no man's land, goes head first back to second base. Brings up Livy Souza. Called strike.
Big run, man.
Up and away. 1-1. On the ground, Lappin. Out at first. We are through 5 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 9 and the Minutemen of Bay Path 5. Eight and 9 hitters due up for Bay Path, and they're around to the top of the order. Catcher Izzy McClam will lead off. In the top half of the 6th, starting to run out of at-bats for the Minutemen. Called strike from Taylor Attaway. Strike 2. Nice loud umpires tonight, huh, Lenny?
Love it. No doubt of what's going on.
0-2 to McClam.
He's a chief.
Blowing away. Ball 1.
Chief umpire doing the face.
Yeah, when the base umpire calls it out, I think they can hear him at the Elks. I don't have a problem with that. And foul tip off the mask of the home plate umpire.
Nice move.
And Lauren O'Malley going to call timeout, kind of give him a chance to get his senses back. He's okay. Just gave him a few extra seconds. He acknowledges the effort of O'Malley. I can buy you a call. 2-2 the count. A little early release that time for Attaway. Pitch goes in the dirt. Count is full. And leadoff walk for McClam. Oh, nope, now it's 3-2. That one's popped up. O'Malley makes the catch. So the leadoff batter, McClam, down. The pop up to the catcher. Thought she had a full count on her. Brings up the first baseman, Gagne. Called strike 1. Goes after the high pitch, fouls that one out of play. Brian Bowen. Got all the Bowens around tonight.
Wondering if there's a weight limit on this perch.
Ah, no. We're good. Oh, and 2 to Gagne. In the dirt from Attaway. 1-2. Hard line drive just over the glove. Gets beyond Lagatola. And Gagne pulls into second. Ball stayed low, almost like Lagatola was expecting that a higher bounce on the ball. Stayed low and under his glove. So Bay Path with a 1-out base runner in the top half of the 6th. Top of the order now for Bay Path. Callie Sheehan going to foul that one out of play. 2 singles for Sheehan tonight. Hit into a fielder's choice at second base. In the dirt from Attaway. 1-1. In the dirt again. Stopped by O'Malley. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Oh, that's what I got, 2-2. And swing and a miss. Sounded like a foul tip maybe into the glove of O'Malley.
O'Malley's having a great game. Just not on point.
Third strikeout of the night. Fourth strikeout of the night for Taylor Attaway. Brings up the shortstop, Gabby Lappin, with 2 outs. Fouled out of play.
He beat them 6-3 the first time around. They battle us every time.
Swing and a miss. The foul tip into the mid of O'Malley. Lappin victimized by way of strikeout twice so far tonight by Attaway. And flew to center to Davis in her third at bat. And called strike 3, ends the inning. Victimized for the third time tonight by Taylor Attaway. We're through 5.5 here at O'Donnell. It's the Hawks 9 and Bay Path 5.
Jared. Want to try and get Sam Collette after?
So what's up, boo-boo? I got 2 of the Bowen brothers. 2 of the 4. The view you get right here is about the same as the view that I get. Camera level is a few feet higher and a few feet to my right. I don't know. I think it's the best seat in the house.
None.
Built by Bowen, the 3 Bs. Built by Bowen.
Present company.
This pipe staging that we adorn here down the first baseline. What are we going on, about 15 years with this? 12 years? Something.
Trees going around the stage.
Yeah, I did some landscaping here when I got here. Lauren O'Malley leads off for the Hawks. comebacker to Buchanan over to Gagne for out number 1. Brings up Audrey Lennox. Lennox 2 for 3 on the day, doubled in the first, singled in the fourth, and mixed that in with a fly to center in the second. Takes a called strike 1. Up and away. 1-1. On the ground to third, Magnuson over to Gagne for out number 2. And that one lifted to right and caught by Sheehan for out number 3. Hawks go down in order in the 6th. They lead 9-5.
It's going to be a little bit more of a grudge than Hudson Hawks. I don't think the kids get the Hudson Hawks thing like we do. Hampson's the new Marlboro. We're going to get 3 outs first.
Sam Collette 2 for 4 on the night. 3-run homer in the first and a grand slam in the bottom half of the fourth. She's responsible for 7 of the 9 Hudson runs tonight. And Bay Path down to 3 outs. They'll have the 3, 4, and 5 here to do up in the top half of the 7th as they trail by 4. Center fielder Denise leads off for Bay Path. And that one lifted to left. Foul ball. Lagatola was tracking it. Long strike for Denise. Low and away. Ball 1.
There was a pop-up in the middle between Sid and Souza. Souza had a track. The 8th player called him off and Joe caught it. Yeah,
And back through the middle. Fielded by Davis in center.
the best defensive player in the league.
Denise takes a turn at first, heads back. Leadoff single in the 7th. 3 for 4 for Denise. 2 singles and a double hit into a fielder's choice along the way to Livy Souza. And fouled out of play by Miranda Lind, the designated player for the Minutemen. And soft pop up. And Collette calls off Attaway for out number 1. Pitcher Buchanan steps in. Throws the bat at that one, fouls it out of play. Foul back behind the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1.
That was pretty. I like that. That was the perfect pitch.
One and 2 to Buchanan. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, take.
Fouled out of play. Soft grounder out of play. Attaway deals, swing and a miss. Down swinging goes Buchanan, second time tonight from Attaway. Number 6 on the day. And Bay Path down to its last out. Third base, Katie Magnuson stands in. Want to know the count. Up and away. 2-0. And liner back through the middle. Picked up by Davis in center. It's going to move Denise to second base. And Magnuson on with a 2-out single. Second baseman Rachel Gormley steps in. fielded by Lennox at short. Over to Collette, and that one is going to end it. So Bay Path able to get 2 runners on in the top half of the 7th, but the Hawks were able to shut the door for the 9-5 victory. They'll play in the winner's bracket of the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association tournament. That game will be held at Worcester State Thursday night, and they will play AMSA. We're going to try and get Sam Collette for you before we wrap this one up.
After or now?
Ask her if we can have Sam. After, hey, Kim, after she gets the.
It was, yes. Yes! You can
So the Hawks, one more left to play in this Central Mass tournament. It'll be Thursday night as they'll take on AMSA, who defeated Nipmuc last night. And then the Hawks will finish up the season in Marlboro against the Panthers Monday at 1. And I think we will we'll dive right into the state tournament. The Hawks currently sit in the 4 position. So they'll probably be seeding, I would guess, sometime maybe Tuesday. And we'll be underway probably by next weekend. The first games will be played. And we will be back here for the state tournament. Not sure if we're going to be up at Worcester State for the final of this Central Mass tournament, but we will be kicking it in again once we get into state play. We're just waiting for Coach Bowen to finish up with the players. I think we're going to try and get Sam Collette. Sam had a huge night for the Hawks, almost single-handedly responsible for 7 of the 9 runs. That camera looks in from center field. Let's give the Hawks a 13-5 overall record on the season. All right, we're joined post-game by Sam Collette. Sam, what do they call that necklace that you're wearing?
It's just our.
Is that like the
It's just the player of the game.
the player of the game, the star of the day, with the big gold chain? Well, you had a huge night.
Thank
2
you.
home runs, a 3-run homer early in the game. Went ahead. It was 2-0. You were behind 2-0 with the 3-run homer in the first inning, but the one that really closed the door on them was the grand slam. Put you ahead to stay.
Yeah.
And you were responsible for 7 of 9 Hawk runs tonight, and well deserved that you have that necklace on for the player of the game. this time of year where you're starting to get to the end and
Yeah.
it's time to start. You got to make your noise now. You're going to have, the championship round of this tournament
Yeah,
is
we're
going to
playing
be
AMSA, so-
up in Worcester State
Yeah,
against
I think-
AMSA.
Yeah, I think AMSA is going to be like a tough team to play because a lot of their players came to Hudson first, so it's like coaching for Laura, it's a little like hard to see her other players like play for a different team, but I think that game is like really important to win just to show like that this is her team and like all the other kids that she's coached in the past, like that we're her team.
Yeah, and it is what it is basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to just kind of roll with it. A lot of familiarity with those players too.
Yeah.
They know your tendencies, but you also know some of their tendencies as well. But you finish this one here. Once the state tournament starts, you're a pretty high seed, so you're going to have your games are starting to get limited.
Yeah.
That you're playing here at O'Donnell Field. Tough.
Yeah, it is really sad because when I was like freshman, sophomore, like I didn't realize how fast like the time moved and stuff. And now, once our senior night has already passed, it's kind of hitting me now that we only have a few games left, and obviously we want to do the best we can to get as far and hopefully win a state championship. So.
Yeah, and you and the other seniors as well. I think you've all kind of made the best of it.
Yeah.
For the time that you've been here, you've been a starter for 3-4 years. And now, you've been a leader on this team for the last year or two, especially. And now, your role is to pass that down. And I think you've exemplified what the leadership would be moving forward for the younger kids as an example to follow going forward. But congratulations, 2
Thank
home runs
you very
tonight.
much.
A 3-run homer and a grand slam.
Thank you.
7 of the 9 runs. Good luck on Thursday night. We'll see you back here at home.
Yes.
After you take care of the Panthers on Memorial Day, and then it's you're shooting real bullets again.
Yep, exactly.
In the state tournament where you sit at the number 4 seed right now. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a great game tonight.
Thank you.
And we wish you luck on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam Collette.